My name is Bubba Page. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm an angel investor, and I founded Influence.VC.
I'm Bubba Page, the founder of Influence.VC. I've got Spencer. Spencer is the founder of Shared Vision. And he and I have already connected. We've been able to have a discussion, and we've even been doing some text follow-ups. But I wanted to get a chance to record this so that people can see this behind the scenes conversation between a founder and an investor. And hopefully we can all learn from this. So Spencer and I are going to discuss and chat. But first off, I want you to get a chance, give us the elevator pitch. What is Shared Vision? Why are you doing this? And maybe some info on what you're looking for from an investor.
Yeah, absolutely. Shared Vision is really a software platform that makes affiliate marketing, if you know that world, so easy that any content creator or publisher in general, online in particular, can press a single button and automatically earn off of their content forever. Basically, no work.
I like that. I love that. So you guys know Influence.VC, we work with a lot of influencers. We bring influencers into some of our investments. Sometimes they come in as just promoting those different companies. My wife and I are kind of in that influencer world. And so this was appealing and interesting to me. And so tell me more traction, where you guys been, where you guys at today? What does it look like to end the year, 2023?
Yeah, this has been honestly a fantastic year for us. So we started off, just with every startup, as you know, it's been nuts, honestly. It's been a pretty crazy year. We started off just testing a new product that we found and discovered the need for in the creator economy, which is that creators and publishers have a really difficult time managing their affiliate links. They have to find them, they have to post them, they have to manage them, meaning maintain them because links break and they die. And it turns out to be one of the top 3 ways creators make money every year. So we knew that this was an area we wanted to dig into and start helping the creators. Well, we built this tool last year, just a prototype, and started testing with some creators. And what it did is it started to reduce the effort down little bit by little. We kept learning and learning. And what we learned is that we were competing against no work, right? So that the option for creators was to do no work or to do a bunch of work and make money. And a lot of creators, because of the time that they had, they were choosing no work. Right, so you had a huge contingent, about 90% of creators choose no work over doing really well with affiliate links. And so the 10% that are choosing to work on affiliate links, they love the tool, they loved what we were doing late last year, but the 80% who are just sort of scratching the surface, even though they had big followings and great blogs and all of these things, they were still struggling with something that we didn't realize for a little while, that we had to help with reducing that effort as close to nothing as possible. Because once we discovered that that was our biggest competitor, was really creators doing nothing, that's what led us to develop. Isn't it crazy? It's just funny, but it was what dragged us or pushed us into building our in-house and proprietary AI system, is to do this product recommendation engine that integrated with affiliate marketing companies, that integrates with brands, that integrates with the creators' content and blog posts, and then has an intelligent system to help recommend products. Like, all of those things had to exist. What we did is we were looking at the ad industry and how well that they've done, where literally a creator installs a plugin and then they just get a check in the mail. We said, how do we do that for affiliate marketing?
Amazing. Yeah. You know what? My wife and I have dealt with affiliate links for years, over a decade. And one of the biggest complaints is that they do break, especially if you're going from Instagram and you're doing what was a swipe up, now click. We felt like because Instagram held it within their own like mini browser, that it didn't always track properly. So we would always ask the brands that we worked with to give us a promo code so that we could have the promo code in addition, right? So we can give a discount because we want to give a discount, some benefit to our audience. And then we could track the link and the promo code. And hopefully with both of those tracking, we could come to a conclusion of what was truly, because when you're dealing with people's compensation, you don't want to mess around, right?
Yeah, that attribution is critical. Yeah, absolutely.
But the honest truth is we literally use, as lame as this sounds, an Apple Note with a list of all of the companies we work with from an affiliate basis. On the Apple Note, we have our link, our unique link, and the promo code, and what the payout is or what the discount is or whatnot. And it's just straight up an Apple Note. That's our management of affiliate links today.
Oh my goodness.
which is ridiculous, but we still use them all the time. So I just go and I copy and paste and put it in whatever social platform I'm using that needs that link and hope that it tracks. And I'm sure that we're losing, I don't know how much percent of potential income that we're losing by going about this process and whether things are breaking or whatnot. But sometimes what drives us crazy is the company we worked with, maybe we set up an affiliate like a year ago and they broke their link somehow, but they don't know or they don't tell us, then we publish it online to hundreds of thousands of followers. We get hundreds of comments like, hey, the link doesn't work, the link doesn't work, the link, and we're like, what a waste. Anyway, so talk me through this, like who else is doing this? Why are you better? And so that way I can get an idea and people watching can hear it.
Yeah, absolutely. The problems you brought up are far reaching and wide. Everybody has these same problems. And there are companies that will attack one little piece of this and just say, okay, we only do tracking. And another company that'll say things like, oh, we help you with attribution. They don't bring it all together. They don't make it simple. We kind of have like lots of little competitors that are all doing one little thing. And then a creator will have to get into all of these different solutions and miss out on a number of them as well, a number of actual solutions because they don't actually solve a lot of the problems together. So what we're doing is we actually just look at it from that holistic start to finish. How do we get a creator and how do we get a publisher to be able to just say, okay, so you have that list of brands and coupons. How do I take that to one place where if the brand decides I'm going to use a different affiliate marketing company, a network, which happens all the time, if they switch, what happens? Well, then every link that I ever linked in the past, no matter how popular, all die. They're dead. They can't be used. And really, there's not good solutions for that today. There's just not. So swapping those links out is an incredibly difficult process.
My wife has almost 1 million subscribers on her YouTube channel, Fun, Cheap, and Free. And she has obviously promoted different products for years. No doubt, half of those links are busted.
Yep. Yeah. No doubt.
And this would essentially resolve. Is there any way to go backwards on all those places? How would
Yeah. So we have a tool to help you go from today on, and then our AI system, which we call Noah, does both. So it helps with the forward, but it also will go back in time, scan all of your products, find them all, find the broken links. It'll also discover opportunities that were missed as well. So if there were things that maybe could have been linked, but that weren't, it will also find those, and then it will automatically inject the links that are attributed back into the content. That's effectively what its whole purpose is.
Interesting. I wanted to give a little background. People who are watching, it's important to note when you want to talk to an investor, the best way you can get in touch with an investor is through an introduction. Unless you already know the investor personally, that's the best, right? If you have a relationship already, that's absolutely the best, but an intro. Share with everybody, how did we get connected? How'd you go about that process? Whether it was from an intro, was it social media? Was it my LinkedIn? Was it Twitter? Was it Techstars? So just everybody can kind of hear.
Yeah, so in this particular engagement, I think we met once, maybe years ago out there in Utah when I was out there for an event one time. But really what happened is you knew a friend of mine I've been talking with, and he's like, oh, I know this guy, Bubba. I really think you guys would jive and get along. He said, would you like an introduction? I was like, Bubba, yes. He and I, it's perfect. His wife, her amazing business and what he's done and his new investment arm. So yeah, so he actually reached out to you and set up a time for us to meet. And then I guess it's history now. We've been texting and I met you out there in Utah a couple of weeks ago, which is pretty cool as well. So yeah.
I love it.
It's certainly the right call there for sure.
I think it's good because for people to hear this like live, getting an introduction to an investor is 1,000 times greater than a cold email message. So for all of you who have sent me a LinkedIn message and I haven't replied, I apologize, but literally hundreds and hundreds of messages. And it's very rare that I'm going to take those meetings. And so find a way to get introduced. That's one of the best ways if you don't already have a relationship with somebody. And then some of the things that I'm looking at, tell us a little bit about your history. Why are you doing this now? What did you do in the past? What makes you uniquely qualified to do this?
Yeah, well, I think honestly by brute force qualified in this space now. And because it wasn't the space that I started off as the company, quite frankly. I came from running a smart glasses group in a company and was starting an augmented reality company. But what happened is I was interfacing with creators constantly because they were the ones that I was dealing with for the content content for the augmented reality. And what that did is that it got me into and actually learning from my core audience, which were at the time and are the creators. And I just realized that what I was peddling was not what they were needing. So I put on my startup hat and actually asked them, well, what's going on? What's happening? And really dug in, and not asking them what they needed per se, but really talking to them about their business. How do they run their business? How do they make money? What are the things they do? What are the things that stop them up? And that's how we ended up in the affiliate marketing space, was because of that discovery process. And now I've been working with creators for 2.5 years. I have deep experience. I text with so many creators all the time and go to conferences with them and go out with them and do a number of things. It's from a unique experience. It's really something that I sort of landed in and really dug in deep. And then I have others on my team that do come from the creator space also, and that we are certainly uniquely qualified that way, especially with our AI tech too, because there's not a lot of people that can build a system like what we've done. It's not just a ChatGPT ripoff or anything like that.
Which I'm seeing quite a few of those come through my desk, right?
Yeah.
So would you consider yourself a first-time founder or a repeat founder? How would you say it?
Yeah. I'm a repeat founder. This is technically my 4th company, and I've had a couple pretty epic failures. One in particularly pretty, and then a small exit on a product company as well. So yeah, this is
that's good. But you know what, though? I was talking about this on another chat, talking about your pivot. This is a huge part of my investment thesis, is making sure that I'm working with people who I believe in them first. That's like the number one quality that I'm looking for, is the people, the founders, your team, because products are going to change. The business is going to modify itself. And I have to believe in you to be able to find that right shift, that pivot, to find the product market fit. So now let's talk about traction. To get to that product market fit, which is a key element of every startup, where are you at today? What does that traction look like? Do you feel like you've achieved product market fit, or are you just on the cusp? Where are you at?
Yeah, I think product market fit is something that everyone obviously is striving towards. And I would say we are knocking on that door. Product market fit is usually achieved when they can't handle not having it any longer. They can't handle not having your product or your service or your thing. They find you, they can't live without you any longer. And that is certainly the case with our current creators that we have. And we're getting out there. So I wouldn't say we're product market fit yet, 100% yet, but we're certainly right at that point. And
so talk about the traction, the revenues or users or anything like that.
Yeah, so the biggest thing to kind of notate is that the hundreds of creators that we've worked with, we started converting them over into paying customers. And over a year, we had creators like posting links and using our software to post links. And over about a year period, we were at about 10,000 links. So it was very little as we were kind of messing around with the product and trying to update it and doing the right things. Once we made some AI update and brought the product out and were able to really get this new version of what we have, sort of this one click and make money business model, we went from 10,000 products to 120,000 products in less than a month. So everything just started to skyrocket. And that's because of the ability to take in all of this information that could not have been taken in before, and contextualizing all this information that could not be contextualized previously, and doing that work and taking the burden off of the shoulders of the creator and putting it onto the backbone of our platform. And it's a really important distinction that allowed us to grow rapidly. So it helped with our customer growth. We've grown over 60% in the last couple of months, and month over month, and we're continuing to. And then especially the clicks, which means every click means dollars, right? It's dollar signs that we've been increasing dramatically for these creators, has also been, pretty significant. Tens of thousands of clicks in just a very short period of time for some of these creators, which has been awesome to see. And then the last one is really the time saved. We have this creator who has 3,000 website, and she was going back, and every week, 3 a week, she was updating and like remonetizing them. 3 a week. Well, 3 a week ends up being roughly 150 a year. 150 a year of 3,000 pages. You're talking like 20 years. And by the time she gets to the end, she'll have 20 years of products that are broken. We did her site in a day. It's just the amount of growth has been fantastic. There's still work to be done. That's why I said I don't feel like we're quite at product market fit yet, but we're right there.
One follow-up item I want you to make a note. I want you to send a 2-liner with your link to your website so that I can forward it to my wife's team. And they've got to be able to get it and understand why they can help to monetize 2 large blogs that have been around for years, how in one day they could be remonetizing all those links that potentially are broken, right? So put that as a to-do so that after this call, I can make sure to get that forwarded over. So obviously it's the end of the year. Raising capital right now is tough. holiday season.
Yep.
I just sent 3 other deals to my syndicate this last week, just as like there's a testing group that I send it to, like attorney guys and gals. I get their feedback before I send it to the larger group as a whole. It's most likely that I'll be spending the next few weeks closing up those deals. Timing wise, getting something done before the end of the year, for me, it's probably very unlikely in this circumstance, right?
Yeah.
But having these meetings and these follow-ups is key. I want to be able to see the progress. I want to see what you've been up to or what changes or what traction has been occurring as we continue to meet. But it could be helpful to get some ducks in a row so that if I were to send it to this group, it's most likely either first, second week in January, potentially before the year end, but knowing that most people are going to be on vacation and spending time with family, they may not get as much attention as it deserves, if that makes sense. And so this deserves a follow-up. I want to get that text. I want to send it to my wife's team, see their experience to be able to get that next phase. I know you've attempted to contact, but it sounds like no luck just yet, right? So I'll take one step my way.
Yeah, the intro. I'm using the intro path this time.
That's right. So we'll do the intro path and see where it goes from there. This is great. I appreciate the effort and the time that you've been taking as a founder to build something of value that helps people. That's critical, especially in the creator space. Influence.VC, we work with a lot of creators, so it makes sense for me to understand what problem you are solving, maybe more than other venture capitalists who don't understand the problem. It would be great, and I know we've got to close up here. It'd be great to make sure with your round, tell me what the round is, how much you're raising, and how much have you raised so far of that round?
Yeah, so in this sort of smaller round, this is in preparation for us to do a priced round. We're raising roughly $400,000, of which we've raised about 200. So we're about halfway there. And just closing up with the last few checks, we're typically seeing above 50. So our minimum is 50 for this particular round. So we're just, again, looking for just 4 more checks at this point.
And this is like a friends and family angel type round.
Yeah.
How many?
We do have some institutional money as well in this particular round. And then early first half of next year, we'll be doing a priced round, one more, and working on leads and lead investors for that particular round.
Perfect. Yeah, but usually when Influence gets involved, there's typically a lead investor and they kind of take the charge and we come in to bring our strategic value add of helping with creators and the concept of that expertise. So let's take the next steps. Let's get the text with your info. Let's follow up in the next week or two. I'd love to be able to keep sharing the progress that you're going. Hopefully through this holiday season, you can keep on cranking, my friend. But thanks for taking the time. It's good to connect.
Yeah, you too. Thanks as well. And I will talk soon.
You got it, man. Thank you.